Hello, welcome back to Numerology for Everyone. This is the basic course for anyone trying metaphysics for the first time, or who want to know what destiny has in store for you, or just simply wants to learn the art of life path reading. Once again, we are just starting out the YouTube channel to share knowledge on numerology. The end goal of this channel is to allow anyone with zero background to come learn numerology and after finishing the tutorial, be comfortable enough to read your own chart. If you like the content of the channel and would love to support what we're doing, please don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Early in the course, we talked about deriving the numerological chart from your birth date, from which we can read the character number, the strengths, and the weaknesses from the chart. If you're unfamiliar with the calculations, please visit the previous video in which we go through the calculations in detail. The past 3 lessons were focused on understanding what each number meant. When we read a number, we look at its element, either earth, fire, metal, water, or wood. Then we look at its yin-yang nature, and finally, the symbolizations that the numbers itself brings about. For example, the character 1 is a yang metal element and symbolizes a pen, a knife, or a sword. A person of character 1 therefore can be said to be a leader, a thinker, and a good writer. I've listed down the simplified descriptions of the rest of the character numbers, but if you would like a more detailed breakdown, do visit the previous videos. In today's video, we will be looking into reading the weaknesses and strengths of a numerological chart. Specifically, the weakness is the number in blue circle, while the strength is outlined in green. The strength, as the name suggests, refers to what the person is good at. By extension, it can also be taken to refer to the person's likes or what makes the person tick. Weaknesses, on the other hand, I tend to take it to mean areas that can be improved on, a person's dislikes, or just the things that the person would try to avoid. Interestingly, because the character number is made up of the strength and weakness, each character number would be a unique combination of strengths and weaknesses. Because we're going to be reading charts from now on, I do want to emphasize that a certain numerological chart or reading refers to what you're born with, or in some sense, a starting point. By understanding the chart, we find areas that we can work on and grow. The chart is not meant to be used to typecast people or treated as an entirety of a person. Without further ado, let's jump into reading the actual chart. For this time, we have someone who's born on the 10th of June, 2008. We derive the 4-digit number first from the birth date, which we call 4D number for short, and generate the entire numerological chart. When we start reading, we first read the character number, the strength, and the weakness. So we say that this person has a character number of 8, strength 1, and weakness 7. We went through in the previous lesson what a character 8 person would be like. As a yin fire element, a character 8 person would be one that goes by the rules, and is a very responsible person. Now we look at the strengths, and we see a number 1. We read it in the same way we read numbers for characters. In this case, a strength 1 would mean that the person is good at doing a lot of thinking and putting her thoughts down in paper. In terms of preference, he or she would love to do things alone. This might lead to the person taking on too many responsibilities, which could create stress to a character 8 person who is already easily stressed. Now, if we look at this together with weakness 7, we can understand where this comes from. We talk about number 7 and its relationship to people. So a person with weakness 7 might mean that he or she doesn't deal with people very well. Another possibility is that this person gets introduced to bad company, which in the end causes a lot of problems for himself. But here's the thing, it's not the end. If the person can spend more time learning on how to pick and choose their friends carefully, or learn to delegate tasks and share the load with team members, things will be very different, and he or she will be able to overcome the obstacles that he or she is facing at the moment. While this is just a simple read, there are many more details in the chart that can be read. For example, this person is likely to be a very direct person who doesn't mince his words. This might be the cause of people getting annoyed of him. How do I know this? Well, it is an advanced read that I will definitely teach and go through in the future. So, just to recap, for today's lesson, we briefly touched on strengths and weaknesses and what they mean. We read them in a similar way we read character numbers by looking at what they symbolize and their meanings. When we look at them in the context of character numbers, we get a pretty decent picture of what the person is like. Once again, I would like to emphasize that the numerological chart refers to the starting point and does not define you as a person. Ultimately, I hope that everyone can read their own chart so that they can know the areas they need to work on and the obstacles that they might face on their way to success. So there you have it. This concludes the basic course on numerology. In fact, this is really all the information that you need to be able to start reading. The subsequent videos, we will be looking at the chart from different perspectives so that we can learn more about the person that you're reading. If you like the content of this video and would really like to support this channel, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next set of videos. Thank you.